Being a black child in the 1970s meant freedom you could taste. Days stretched long and wild, measured only by the sun and the streetlights. The block was your kingdom, and every corner held a story. You played until your legs ached, ate candy that cost a penny, and danced to Soul Train like it was church. Sundays smelled like fried chicken and sounded like gospel. The neighborhood raised you. Everybody knew your name, watched your back, and made sure you came home safe. Life was simple, but it was rich. And those memories, they still hit different. You woke up, wolfed down breakfast, and bolted out the door. That's how summer mornings worked. The block was your playground, and every kid on the street was your crew. You played red light, green light, until someone argued about who moved. You rode bikes with no hands, feeling like you owned the world. Kickball games stretched for hours, bases marked by somebody's sneaker or a crumpled soda can. Freeze tag meant running until your chest burned and your legs turned to jelly. The air buzzed with laughter, the slap of jump ropes on concrete, and the constant hum of kids being kids. Nobody checked a clock. You just knew. When the street lights flickered on and porch lights started glowing, it was time to head home. Neighbors watched from porches, calling out reminders to stay close or be careful. Everybody knew your name. Everybody looked out for you, and you stayed outside until the very last second, squeezing every drop of freedom out of the day before dragging yourself inside, dirt-streaked and grinning. Double Dutch wasn't just a game, it was an art form. Two girls turned ropes in perfect rhythm while another jumped in, feet flying, braids bouncing, beads clicking in time. The whole block stopped to watch when someone nailed a tricky move. Sidewalks became stages, porches became bleachers, and when you messed up, the roasting was real, but so was the love. Hand clap games were the soundtrack of recess and after-school hangouts. You clapped faster and faster until someone slipped up and everybody laughed. These weren't just games, they were rituals, passed down from older sisters and cousins, each generation adding their own flair. Boys had their own version, slapping hands in complex patterns while talking trash. It didn't matter if you were the best or just learning. What mattered was showing up, joining in, and being part of something bigger than yourself. The rhythm, the rhymes, the community. It all felt like home. Walking to the corner store with $1 in your pocket felt like holding a fortune. You and your friends moved in a pack, talking loud, laughing louder, feeling grown because nobody's mama was watching. The bell dinged when you pushed open the door, and the smell hit you, sweet, dusty, and a little bit like old wood. Glass jars lined the counter, stuffed with penny candy that seemed endless. Now and laters, lemon heads, pixie sticks, jawbreakers the size of marbles, bazooka gum with comics inside the wrapper. You counted out your coins carefully, pointing at this and that, making sure you got the most bang for your buck. The store owner knew you by name, knew your whole family, and sometimes slipped an extra piece into your bag with a wink. Walking home, you divvied up the haul, trading flavors and arguing over who got the best deal. That candy tasted sweeter because you earned it, chose it, and shared it with your crew. It was freedom in a paper bag. Every block had one, the candy lady. She ran an unofficial candy shop right out of her house, and kids lined up on her porch like it was the hottest spot in town. You'd knock, hand over your loose change, and she'd disappear inside, coming back with homemade freeze cups, Kool-Aid pickles, or penny candy she kept in jars on her kitchen counter. Freeze cups were the best on scorching summer days, frozen Kool-Aid in paper cups, so cold your fingers went numb and your tongue turned red or purple. You'd peel back the paper and suck on the ice until your brain froze. Kool-Aid pickles were for the brave, sour, sweet, and electric all at once. The candy lady knew everybody's name, everybody's business, and she'd fuss at you if you got too loud or tried to cut in line. But she also slipped extra candy to the kids whose families were struggling, never making a big deal out of it. Her porch wasn't just a place to buy snacks. It was a gathering spot, a safe zone, a little slice of community sweetness. Saturday mornings were sacred. You woke up early, poured yourself a bowl of Cap'n Crunch or Fruity Pebbles, and planted yourself in front of the TV in your pajamas. Fat Albert, Schoolhouse Rock, Scooby-Doo. You watched them all, barely blinking, spoon halfway to your mouth. The cartoons were good, but everybody knew the real event started at noon. Soul Train. When that theme song hit, and Don Cornelius's smooth voice rolled through the speakers, the whole house came alive. Kids jumped up to copy the dancers, trying to nail the latest moves they saw on the screen. The Soul Train line was everything. Flashy outfits, synchronized steps, and pure black excellence on display. It wasn't just a dance show, it was a mirror. You finally saw people who looked like you, moved like you, and celebrated culture that felt like home. Your mama might have been in the kitchen cooking, but she was watching too, nodding her head to the beat. Soul Train made you proud to be who you were right there in your living room. Sunday meant one thing: church. You got up early, got scrubbed clean, and put on your Sunday best. Shiny shoes, pressed clothes, hair greased and combed to perfection. Church wasn't short. Sermons stretched long, choirs sang loud, and you fanned yourself with those colorful cardboard fans while trying not to fall asleep in the pew. But when the choir hit that high note and the congregation started clapping, you felt it. Something bigger than yourself, something warm and powerful. After church came the reward: Sunday dinner. The whole family gathered around the table. Grandmothers, aunties, uncles, cousins, everyone. Fried chicken so crispy it crackled. Collard greens simmering with ham hocks, macaroni and cheese baked until the edges got golden. Candied yams glistening with butter and brown sugar. And sweet potato pie for dessert. Kids ran in and out of the kitchen, snatching bites before the blessing was said. Elders told stories. Laughter filled the house. And for a few hours everything felt right. Church fed your soul, dinner fed your body, and both reminded you that you belonged. Warm weekends meant one thing: somebody was firing up the grill. You'd smell charcoal smoke and barbecue sauce from 2 blocks away, and that was your invitation. Didn't matter whose house it was, if you heard the music and smelled the food, you were welcome. Dads and uncles stood over grills, flipping ribs and chicken, arguing about whose sauce was better. A DJ set up turntables on a milk crate, spinning James Brown, the Jackson 5, and Earth, Wind and Fire until the whole block was moving. Kids danced barefoot in the middle of the street, trying to copy the grown folks' moves while aunties clapped and cheered them on. Folding tables overflowed with potato salad, baked beans, coleslaw, and cornbread. Coolers packed with sodas sat in the shade. People played dominoes on card tables, trash-talked and laughed until their sides hurt. The sun set, but nobody left. String lights came on and the party kept rolling. It wasn't just a cookout, it was family, it was community, it was home stretched across the whole block. You didn't need fancy toys to have a good time. A broken broomstick became a baseball bat. A milk crate nailed to a telephone pole was your basketball hoop. The sidewalk was your court, your stage, your entire world. You played stickball in the street, using manhole covers as bases. You built forts out of cardboard boxes and pretended they were castles or spaceships. After dark, you played school or store with your cousins, using old notebooks as money and scraps of paper as receipts. Somebody's older brother might rig up a makeshift slip and slide with a tarp and a garden hose, and you'd spend hours running, sliding, and laughing until you were soaked and exhausted. Imagination was your best toy. Creativity was your currency, and because you made your own fun, every day felt like an adventure. You didn't sit around bored, waiting for someone to entertain you. You created the entertainment, and that made it yours. Sunday nights meant one thing: hair day. Little girls sat on the floor between Mama's knees, bracing themselves for the ritual. First came the grease, blue magic or afro sheen, slathered on your scalp until it shined. Then the comb, parting your hair into neat sections. Mama's fingers moved quick and sure, braiding tight cornrows that would last the whole week. If you were lucky, she'd add beads that clicked and clacked with every step, turning your head into a rhythm section. Boys had their own version, sitting still while the wide-tooth afro pick, sometimes with the black power fist on the handle, shaped their hair into a perfect halo. And then there was the hot comb. You smelled it before you saw it, that smoky, sizzling scent of metal heating on the stove. You'd hold your ear down, praying it wouldn't get too close, while Mama pressed your edges smooth and perfect for church. It hurt a little, but you didn't complain. That was the price of looking right. And decades later, that smell still brings you right back. The barbershop wasn't just about haircuts. It was where the whole neighborhood came together. You walked in, and the buzz of clippers mixed with laughter, debate, and the occasional argument about sports or politics. Jet magazines sat scattered on the table, and you'd flip through them while waiting your turn, legs swinging from the vinyl chair. Barbers knew everybody's business and wasn't shy about sharing it. They'd crack jokes, give advice, and school the younger generation without missing a beat. Posters of Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., and Muhammad Ali watched over every cut. When your name got called, you climbed into that chair feeling important. The barber draped the cape around you, asked how you wanted it, and got to work. Clippers hummed, hair fell, and when he spun you around to face the mirror, you saw yourself looking sharp, clean, and ready to take on the world. You left the shop standing a little taller, knowing you looked good for Monday morning. Every black household had them. Ebony and Jet magazines stacked on the coffee table or tucked in the rack by the couch. Those glossy pages were a window into black excellence, filled with faces that looked like yours doing big things. You'd flip through while waiting for dinner or sitting in the barbershop, eyes wide at the celebrities, politicians, and everyday heroes featured inside. Jet's Beauty of the Week had you studying those pin-ups, and Ebony's spreads on Motown stars, athletes, and activists made you feel proud. These weren't just magazines, they were proof. Proof that black was beautiful. Proof that we were doctors, artists, entrepreneurs, and change-makers. Your parents kept every issue, sometimes for years because those pages mattered. They were history in the making, and as a kid thumbing through them, you'd think, one day that could be me. Those magazines planted seeds of possibility in living rooms across the country, one glossy page at a time. If your family had roots down south, summertime meant packing a suitcase and heading to Grandma's house in Georgia, Mississippi, or Alabama. City kids traded concrete for red dirt roads, skyscrapers for wide-open fields, and fire hydrants for lightning bugs in mason jars. Life moved slower down there. You woke up to roosters crowing, helped Grandma shell peas on the porch, and drank cold well water straight from the pump. Days stretched long and lazy, picking berries, chasing chickens, riding in the back of Grandpa's pickup truck to town. The highlight was always the family reunion. Everybody showed up. Cousins you didn't know you had, aunties with big hugs, uncles grilling in the backyard. Tables overflowed with fried chicken, potato salad, collard greens, and sweet tea, so sugary it made your teeth hurt. Kids ran wild in matching t-shirts, playing until the fireflies came out. Those summers taught you where you came from, connected you to your roots, and reminded you that family was everything. Saturday mornings in a black household meant one thing: no sleeping in. You'd be pulled out of bed by the sound of Mama blasting soul music or gospel from the living room stereo. Marvin Gaye, Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, or Mahalia Jackson. the soundtrack to chores. The smell of pine sol and bleach filled the house, mixed with the rhythm of Motown or the power of a Sunday hymn. You knew the drill without being told. Grab a broom, dust the furniture, scrub the tub, mop the kitchen. Everybody had a job, and nobody complained, at least not out loud. You'd find yourself humming along, maybe even dancing a little with the mop as your partner. Mama sang loud and off-key, and that made you laugh, even when your arms were tired. By noon, the house was spotless and smelled like a mix of lemon cleaner and love. It wasn't just about having a clean home. It was about working together, starting the week right and letting good music carry you through the hard work. On the hottest summer days when the sun baked the pavement and the air felt too thick to breathe, someone on the block would crack open the fire hydrant. Water exploded into the street like a fountain, and suddenly the whole neighborhood had a free water park. Kids came running from every direction, barefoot, in shorts, swimsuits, or just their clothes. You'd dare each other to run straight through the spray, gasping and shrieking as the icy water hit you full force. Little kids filled water balloons. Older kids did cannonballs through the stream. Even a few brave parents got misted, laughing and shaking their heads. The street turned into a river, and you didn't care about getting soaked. That was the whole point. You played until your fingers pruned and your lips turned blue, until a cop rolled up with a smile and shut it down. Then you'd sit on the curb, dripping wet and grinning, already planning to do it all over again tomorrow. The second you heard that jingly tune echoing down the block, everything stopped. You dropped your jump rope, abandoned your bike, and sprinted home yelling, "Mom, the ice cream man's coming!" She'd hand you a crumpled dollar or a fistful of quarters, and you'd bolt back outside, waving your money in the air like a flag. A crowd of sweaty, excited kids gathered around the truck, faces pressed against the painted menu on the side. The hardest part was choosing Bomb Pop, Dreamsicle, Choco Taco, Screwball with the gumball at the bottom, or a simple cherry Dixie cup with the wooden spoon. You'd peel back the wrapper and race against the summer heat, licking fast before it melted down your arm. Sitting on the stoop with your friends, sticky and satisfied, you made that ice cream last as long as you could. It wasn't just a treat, it was a summer tradition, a small slice of joy on an ordinary day. These memories weren't just moments, they were the foundation of who we became. They taught us resilience, creativity, and the power of community. They reminded us that joy doesn't come from what you have, but from who you share it with.